Hey boys, what did I say? I will try to be consistent. And look, I uploaded another video without waiting 6 months. Let's go. Last video I talk about my favorite mangas and manhwas, right? And I mentioned that we will talk about games now. And so here we are, talking about my favorite games. Yeah, nothing else to say. Let's go. First up on the list, Ghost of Tsushima. Who doesn't know this game, right? A banger game with a banger gameplay, a awesome story. I think like this is the first game that I cried watching this story. And outside of the story, the gameplay is very good. Like, I love the sword play. Like, it's very fluid, I could say. Yeah, not much to say. I could say a perfect game. Even the DLC is good. Yeah, a 10 out of 10 game. Can't wait for Ghost of Yotei. Whenever that come out. Forgot to mention this, but Jin Sakai is such a good main character. Shout out to the English voice actor, shout out to the Japanese voice actor. Both of them did a very good job on voicing Jin. Next up on the list, we have, in my opinion, the best modern game Rockstar has ever created, Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, a very beautiful story, a very good gameplay. Sadly, the online server died. Well, not died, it just kinda like left there. Yeah, RIP to the Red Dead Redemption online server. Yeah, Arthur Morgan is such a good main character. Every single character here is very how should I say this, charismatic, very memorable, and they all are very different from each other. Like, no one kind of like blends, not blends, that sounds wrong. I could easily differentiate between characters, you know, and the world is nice, even though for me it's a bit too big, but nonetheless a great game. Next up on the list, we have Borderlands 3. Now, some of you might ask, right, why not Borderlands 2? Why not the first? Why not the pre-sequel? Why not Wonderlands? Or why not the Telltale's game? And the answer is because Borderlands 3 is the best Borderlands game that Gearbox has created. Now, I know everyone says Borderlands 2 is the best, but who am I kidding, right? Who wants to farm a weapon for 3 hours, right? I don't have time for that. Who wants to replay a story 3 times just to get to max level? Okay, I don't want to do that. And if the story is good, yeah, maybe I would. But Borderlands 2 story is not that good. The only good character from Borderlands 2 is Handsome Jack, and that's it. Which is why, like I said, Borderlands 3 is the best. I don't have to spend 3 hours farming for a weapon. I don't have to replay the story 3 times just to get to max level. And the endgame content is such a good content. Like, we have the Maliwan takedown, the what's it called again, Guardian takedown. We have a bunch of DLCs, which is also very good. Handsome Jack Casino, the Wild West one that I never remember the name, the Marriage of Hammerlock DLC, the Craig's Brain DLC. every single DLC is good. And you might say like, oh, Borderlands 3 only has 4 playable characters, Borderlands 2 has 6. Yeah, well, all 4 of them are better. Okay, like, yeah, all 4 of them are better than the 6 from Borderlands 2. But the story is bad. Well, who cares about the story? It's a Borderlands game. You play this to collect gun and defeat big ass monster, not to look at stories. If you want to look at stories, we have the next entry, that is Lost Judgment. Now I gotta be honest, okay? In this spot, right? I can put any RGG games. I can put any of the Ryuga Gotoku Studio games. The Yakuza series, the Judgment series, the Like a Dragon series. I can put any games there. Besides the Pirate Yakuza in heaven, no, what the hell? Besides the Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii and Like a Dragon 8 Infinite Wealth, I can put any single games. Not because the two of them are bad, just because I haven't played those two. Those two are expensive. So yeah, subscribe and watch this video until the end so I can make money from YouTube and play those two games. What can I say about Lost Judgment, huh? First of all, the gameplay of it. I think like Lost Judgment has the best styles of fighting that RGG has ever created. Yakuza 0 might have style changing. Yakuza Kiwami 1 has style changes. Yes, but those two are not as good as Lost Judgment. Probably because they are created earlier, but still. The Crane style is very, very good. The Tiger style is very good. The Snake is one of my favorite. Boxing is a DLC. Kinda, it used to be a DLC, now you just get it when you buy the game. It's also one of my favorite. I think like I use Snake and Boxing more. The story-wise, it's a very, very good, very, very, how should I say this, scary story. Not in a horror kind of story, it's more like a disturbing kind of story, I guess. And how should I say this? The main villain of this game did nothing wrong, in my opinion. He does nothing wrong. He is absolutely correct. Although, if I can be a bit nitpicky, this game does not have an RGG classic being karaoke. But we have Yagami dancing with a bunch of high schoolers, so that's kind of a nice thing. Next on the list, we have Dying Light. Now, if you guys don't know what this game is, this is basically a zombie survival game. Well, not survival, a zombie game mixed with parkour. Maybe not as good as an Assassin's Creed parkour, but Assassin's Creed is made by Ubisoft, so yeah, fuck Ubisoft. Dying Light, a very, very good zombie game, a very good parkour game, and I think like for me, the story is also very, very good. The zombies are also very, very good. Design wise and difficulty wise, like it's very balanced. Like in the early games, like every single zombie is kind of scary, especially if there's a lot of them. And in the end game, yeah, maybe you can one hit zombies, but still there are some new types that came out later that is still very, very scary. The map design is very, very good. It is a parkour game, so there is a very high, so basically there's a lot of tall buildings, there's a lot of different floor level, I should say. Like you can go to like to the top, you can go to like maybe like the middle floor. God, I cannot explain things. Basically go play Dying Light, go support Techland Studios, a very, very good game. Now you might be asking, why don't you put Dying Light 2? Again, I don't have the money to buy it. So once again, watch this video until the end, like it, subscribe, so I can make money from YouTube to buy this game. Next up on the list, probably the most famous, how should I say this? If you search underrated games on YouTube, on the internet, on any platform, 90% of the time, this game would be mentioned. The king of underrated game, Sleeping Dogs. Now at first glance, yeah, maybe this game looks a bit like a GTA clone, but what this game has that GTA doesn't have is a very, very good, very fluid hand-to-hand combat. I think this is probably one of the best games in terms of hand-to-hand combat for me. Yeah, maybe surpassing the Yakuza series. This game has the best hand-to-hand combat for me. And the story, man, the story is such a good story. This is basically like watching those old Hong Kong mafia movies. Yeah, who created Sleeping Dogs again? Whoever created Sleeping Dogs, if you're watching this video, please create a sequel for this, or I don't know, make a remake of this game. Yeah, the graphics has you can definitely see this is an old game, so yeah, the graphics not as good as the other entries of this 3x3, but still the gameplay is such a good balance of like a realistic but also chaotic hand-to-hand combat. The story is also good. Basically, go play Sleeping Dogs, so maybe we can have a sequel one day in the future. Talking about sequel in the future, we have Slay the Spire. Now, you guys don't know, Slay the Spire is probably the most famous roguelike deck building games, and also it has a sequel coming up. We don't know when. I think it is this year, maybe, or maybe next year. I don't know. I haven't checked Steam in a while, but still, the randomness of a roguelike with the strategy of a deck building game paired with the perfectly created 4 characters makes it the perfect game for me. Different character focus on different things, and that character has also multiple different focuses, like let's say Ironclad. You can play this character as a full strength build, basically increasing your strength attack damage, but you can also play like a self-sacrifice build where you take a certain amount of damage to do something like increase your energy, draw more cards, deal damage. Is there any card that makes him gain shield for health? I don't know, I don't remember. But it doesn't matter. Go play Slay the Spire. It's a perfect rogue building. What the hell? Roguelike deck building game. The sequel is also coming up soon. Go support the developer for this perfect game. Also, did you know about the modding community in this and how easy it is to mod this game? Because it's supported by Steam Workshop. Super easy to mod. Very fun mod selection there. New characters, new levels, new enemy. Also, talking about enemies, the enemy design in this game is such a good design, man. From the random creatures you fight, to the boss fight, to the unique event fight, everything is good. Everything is perfectly designed. Next up, the addiction that has swept the internet in the last year or so is Balatro. If you're really into games, you've read a lot of news about games, you watch award shows or something, then you know what Balatro is. An indie game that comes out of nowhere and suddenly gets nominated for Game of the Year last year. Now granted, it didn't win, but still, it wins other awards. I think like best indie, best newcomer games. I think I don't know. I just took a glimpse of the award show, but still, yeah, an addiction in a form of a game. Once more, a roguelike deck building game that focus heavily on poker. Can I say the word poker, YouTube? Are you gonna demonetize this video? Well, not really demonetize. I haven't get monetized. What can I say about Balatro, huh? That you guys probably don't know. Yeah, basically it is one of the most famous roguelike deck building games. One of the most famous indie game of the last year. Go play Balatro. Go support local tank. Local tank, if you're watching this, when is the next update? I'm waiting. Also, same as, well, not really same as Slide Spire, the modding community on this game is very, very good. Granted, it's kind of a bit harder. You do have to join a Discord server. Nonetheless, go search up how to mod Balatro in YouTube, and you can. It's very, very easy. Like a 5 to 6 minute guide is all you need. A very, very good game. Very enjoyable mods as well. From the funny mods to the hard mods to the absurd mods, everything is good. Next up on the list we have HoloCure. If you guys don't know what HoloCure is, it's basically a vampire survival-esque game, but instead of fighting vampires, you're fighting these little creatures, and instead of your character being, I don't know, like the standard characters, you have Hololive VTubers. Yeah, this is basically a game. Yeah, this is basically a love letter to Hololive in the shape of a vampire survivor game. What can I say? Yeah, this is a very, very good game, and outside of the Vampire Survivor game, you have a lot of other mini games. You have fishing, you have farming, you have a house that you can decorate, there's a casino you can play, there's also a Jump King level, there's a crafting mini game. Oh, I almost forgot about this. Did you know that this game is free? Why? Well, I can understand why. It's someone else's IP. You can't really make money using someone else's IP. But still, shout out to, who is the creator of this game again? Caillou, I think, if I'm not wrong. Caillou or KU, I don't know how to say your name. Thank you for making this game. Yeah, that's it. This is my 3x3 of video games. I don't know what am I gonna talk about next week. I haven't finished my music 3x3. Maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about something else. Maybe we'll talk about food instead. Nonetheless, you guys should like this video if you have played any of this game. Comment down below. What's your game 3x3? Do you disagree with me on some of my opinions? Especially on the Borderlands rant that I go on? Or do you agree with me? Also, a bit of a tangent, I just saw the news. Last week, I said that by the time the manga 3x3 video got uploaded, the anime for The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity would have started, the first episode would have come. Turns out, Netflix delayed it until September. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. The first episode will be dropping tomorrow, actually, in this time of recording. So, yeah, if the news is real, I'm sorry about the wrong information. But if the news turns out to be fake, then enjoy the anime. Maybe comment down below on how's your first impression on the anime. Enough of that tangent. Subscribe to see next week's video. Subscribe if you wanna see, can I really be consistent? Yeah, that's all from me. Bye bye.